Immature Gamer.
Hey everyone, I'm Immature Gamer, and today I'm going over how to camp. So, camping is very frowned upon. Everyone hates a camper, and I'm not promoting camping at all, but I'm just promoting smart play and a certain game strategy you could use some of the times, and some times it is advantageous or you need to use it. So first thing, I'm not promoting camping. Don't do it. It's a horrible idea. I mean, this is a jetpacking Call of Duty, especially in jetpacking Call of Duties, you do not want to camp. Just because a lot of people can jump over you if they run by you. I can just jetpack in the air, turn around, most likely maybe get a turn on. It's just not a good idea. Today in this video I'm gonna go over when is a good idea to camp. So basically, kind of reviving help, certain situation and game modes. So that's what we're gonna go over today. Also, having this camper mentality will give you a higher KD. Also, if you're trying to go for that De-atomizer strike, this is a pretty effective way to get that. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy this video. Alright, first things first, let's go over gun setup, class setup, what rig to use, what score streaks to use, and this is just my recommendation. I would probably use for a rig FTL as one of them, with phase shift and perception. Perception is awesome. It tells you someone is behind you. Again, we're not camping like the normal sense where you're sitting in a corner, but what we are doing is we're showing how to basically lock down, I'll call them God spots, where you're going to lock down an area and you're going to be able to get mass kills, work up some streaks, and get basically big kill games. So I would recommend those perks. Also, Merc with the reactive armor infusion. I would say these are probably the best rigs to use if you're just trying to lock down an area, gets huge kills. And we'll go over score streaks real quick. So I would use UAV, counter UAV, and advanced UAV. So I don't obviously have it unlocked, but I would definitely use that. What I'm gonna use is probably a shock sentry, because what that can do is I can put that in an area to cover kind of an area, so I don't have to constantly keep watching it. So that's why I'm using that. But if I had advanced UAV, that's probably what I would use. So lastly, let's go over guns. So after the recent patch, the Type 2 is one of the best guns. The K-bar is still pretty good, and the MV4 is still pretty good. Saying that, those are the three guns I still would use, but it just depends what map. If it's more of a close quarters, I would stick with maybe a K-bar or an ERAD. But if you have some maps where you're gonna have longer distances, where you're gonna kind of need some range, the NV4 is always a go-to. The K-bar now with the recent nerf, throw long barrel on, rifle barrel they call it. Make sure you have that on. And with the NV4, make sure if you can't, what they did is basically when you aim down sights, you have a little more recoil. It's not that bad. You get used to it real quick, but if you must put on foregrip, it will help you out. But anyway, saying that, I would recommend throwing on a suppressor, and most likely putting on on Ghost is a good idea. So I'm gonna actually, what I'm gonna do here, throw on Ghost and Scavenger. So there we go. This is the gun I'm gonna use right now, and let's lock down a spot, get some serious kills, and I'm gonna show you guys how to effectively camp. Alright, first thing first is map knowledge. So you definitely want to know where spawns are and where your teammates are, basically, because that's going to determine where your enemies are going to spawn. So that is what we're going to go over. Also, what you're going to want to do is mainly stick outside of the map area. The middle is going to be a little more congested. Stay outside, you'll have more coverage. So right now, I call this a power spot, God spot. So I can see a lot of the map, and I can also get kind of some coverage. So right there, perception worked very nicely, and I got a kill. So again, I am kind of camping a spot, more or less, but I am moving. I'm still jumping around, moving. And this is definitely more of a actual camp spot. I would say this is more camping. Um, what I'm more or less talking about, and you'll see in this next clip I show you, is more moving in an area, kind of holding down more of an area, not a spot. But this, I'm sitting in this spot because I know I can get a lot of kills. So again, what I'm doing right now is I'm looking at my mini map. I'm seeing where my teammates are and where they're spawning, and I know that they're going to be spawning on the right side, kind of by Bull Alley, which they are. Also, that's why I recommended using a UAV, because again, you know where they're going to be coming from. Definitely learn spawn spots, and just think when you die where you spawn. You know, that's generally where your teammates are going to spawn. So just keep that in mind. The more you play, you're going to know. But it also gets manipulated depending on where you are and your team is. So just keep that in mind. So we're on a different map, and this time I'm not per se camping an actual just a little spot area. We're camping this whole left side. I pushed up. I know where they spawn. They spawn in the back gas station area. So that's why I pushed up. That was a very fortunate kill. I just crapped all over that kid. But I know now, I'm kind of looking at my mini map. I see my team. They spawned right there. So that means, again, they're probably more likely coming from mid, or they're going to be coming from gas station again. Now I got my UAV. That helps out a ton. I'm constantly moving. You see, I'm not standing still. I'm moving. Also, it's kind of nice when you have teammates. Let them go forward, get killed first, and then you can kind of clean up their kills. But run. Keep looking at that mini map. Again, I'm staying on the outside. This was kind of an unfortunate push, and I died. So let's regroup. Let's start over again. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at this guy. He was just camping. Stop. He's just stationary, not moving. If that guy was maybe moving around, he might have even turned on me. But that's why I want to reiterate, there is a good way to camp. And it's really not called camping. It's basically just kind of locking down an area and being a smart player. Just do not sit in one spot. So just stick to your guns. Don't get too impatient, and you will increase your KD ratio. I'm telling you. Make sure you stay on the outside of the map and keep moving. This video would be 2 hours long if I showed you every god spot or power spot and where to look, and you just kind of where all the spawns are. There's plenty of videos on that already, but to really know it, you got to keep playing, paying attention. That's something else you got to think about. If you want to be a better player, a higher KD player, pay attention, watch your mini map, see where your teammates are, and know the spawns. Know where they're going to be, know where the high traffic areas are. For instance, that middle room where I was just pointing at, there's so many people go in that room and camp and just aim. That's why I stick on the outside, make them come to me. There's no reason to go in there. Always be moving. Perception helps. Um, just lock it down. I hope this video helps at least one person out there. I know some of this stuff is common sense, and if you're an advanced player, you might know this stuff already, but I'm just trying to make some of you guys better. I really hope you like these videos. If you do, please hit that thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this, definitely subscribe. If you guys want to know anything, just write it down, or if you got any video ideas, let me know. I'll do them. So don't be a camper, just lock down an area. I'm Immature Gamer, everyone, and I'm out.
Choć nie wiem